Is mining your genius a dangerous game? Calling all stars, personal brands, leaders in business and the entrepreneurial space. Let's explore where your genius comes from. Traditionally, especially artists, have learned to express their deepest pain and turn it into something utterly beautiful. And most of our art really comes from that depth. And yes, it is really consoling to know that in the darkest depth of despair await gems of genius. That was pretty poetic, I think. A little tacky, but poetic. But diamond mining, even metaphorically, is a dangerous and dark game and not always ethical, especially if your livelihood is at stake. Let me explain. Let's say you've just had a really good single out and people are loving you, well, your next one better be better. You need to top that. If you're in the entrepreneurial space and you wrote an article that really had impact, maybe you made a video that went viral, oh my God, well done you! Well, what about the next one? It has to be even better than that, because otherwise, you're gonna just lose them. You had your album out, you better top it. You had a TV show out, you gotta top it. You gotta keep going. You wanna live with the greats? You gotta be great, and you gotta keep being great. There's a lot of pressure on you. It's no wonder really why so many of our brilliant minds default to where they initially found their success in the first place. And like Rihanna sings, we found love in a hopeless place. You found success in your head. You found success in the deepest, darkest place. So many people default back to where it all came from, which is pain, chaos, and trauma. And so then, as success strikes, life speeds up and it all becomes this really fast-living machine. It really is no wonder when you default back to that again and again, it's not gonna be good for you. That was a bad accent. It's not gonna be good for you. But can you see that this way of creating has you on self-destruct mode? It's auto self-destruct over time. And so it's no wonder that so many of our greatest artists struggle with addictions, struggle with their mental health, and that's me being nice, where you're really going down the drain inside, whilst everybody thinking you're living the life, you're dying the death in the public eye, and it's so hard, and you can see people struggling, but of course only when it's too late. How many suicides could we prevent if people knew how to be fully okay with themselves, how to create from inspiration, from pleasure, from ease? I'm tired of losing our most gifted leaders to addiction, suicide, mental health problems, and pain. It is unnecessary because you can also create and harness your genius from a completely different space. I teach my clients how to cultivate brilliance and genius from pleasure and extreme well-being. And that is just another way of going about things. Now, I don't discriminate against creative backgrounds. If you need to take your pain and make it into something beautiful, I think that's awesome. But what I don't want you to have to do is to default to something that ultimately destroys you. That's the mission, that's the revolution, is to create more excellence, more brilliance, more genius, more aliveness in the world from a place that's actually energetically, psychologically, spiritually, emotionally sustainable, and not just and thrivable. Let's get up in the world, let's have a good time. Don't confuse this with a happy clappy version of artistry. Now, what I'm not saying is let's all hold hands, look at candles, do some deep breathing, feel good about ourselves, and then write, okay? That's not it. This is way deeper than this. I'm leading the revolution against self-destruction and for creativity that comes and cultivates a healthy place. I think we deserve role models that live and normalize that life is actually beautiful and can be great even if you're up there. And I don't want you to have to think, everybody thinks I need to be up there to have the good life. Then you get up there and you find out, oh, it's a little bit different than what we thought. And as soon as your success hits and people know you, and then you have to portray this certain image and represent this image, whilst you, on the other hand, become less and less kind of important because this is having so much attention. It's a very, very challenging life. This is why I love to be the confidant to the stars and help you keep or regain a sense of serenity, being really comfortable in your skin, and ownership over who you are, what your dreams are, and how to keep building your dreams when everybody else comes in, have a piece of you to fulfill theirs. If you'd like to learn how to leverage your brilliance to create more success in the world with less and more then you might be interested in the Pleasure Directive, which you can get in the link below, or the Business by Pleasure Mastermind, which is a very exclusive container for just a few of you who want to go deep on this. Contact me if you'd like to find out more. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell. I look forward to seeing you again soon.